Hello, folks. Today is Friday, January 28th, 2022? Is it 2022?
Yeah?
You
so.
you didn't even know for a second? You had to
so.
think? Today, it's today. This is gaming news. Let's talk about it. We got a bunch of gaming news. I'm Jake Baldino, so let's just jump right into it despite stumbling through that. The first bit of news is a wild, weird thing we wanted to share about Assassin's Creed and how the original purported trilogy was going to pan out. So a piece has been published by a Belgian scholar specifically who focuses on research around culture, conspiracy theories, and stuff like that in digital media. His name is Lars de Wilt, and he interviewed a bunch of Assassin's Creed creators for his PhD candidacy, and some interesting details have come out that have actually been confirmed by some of the people that worked on the game. The biggest thing is that the game was originally planned as just a straightforward trilogy, and at the end of the trilogy, the way it was going to pan out, according to his words, the third game would end with a resolution of the conflict in the present day, with Desmond Miles taking down Abstergo using the combined knowledge and skills of all of his ancestors like Ezio and Altair. Also, it's the end of the world in 2012, and Desmond Miles and Lucy are starting a new civilization somewhere else as Adam and Eve. They end up apparently getting on a spaceship and getting the hell off of Earth, and that is just wild and freaking perfect for how it could have went. If you've been playing Assassin's Creed from the beginning, a lot of people groaned about the sci-fi stuff and how it took the focus of the plot and how wild it was, but hey, it was different, and unfortunately Assassin's Creed has ditched a lot of it in some ways, but that initial plot and arc with Desmond Miles really seemed like it was going somewhere awesome, and then unfortunately it didn't. Of course, plans changed with some of the people. Like, a lot of this info is from Patrick Desilets, one of the heads behind these games, who had moved on from Ubisoft. Ubisoft, of course, wanted to capitalize on the surprise, huge success of Assassin's Creed, so these plans quickly changed. And what bums me out the most just hearing about this, I think you should read this. It's really interesting. I'm going to link the story in the description down below. I read this almost as like a cautionary tale. Like, if you think that sounds cool and weird and ambitious and exciting, the way I look at it is that, sometimes success or a thing being a product and then, wanting more profit, more to come out of it, can go south and really fly in the face of what the thing was originally trying to do. It's almost like if Breaking Bad had its huge, massive breakout success, and then they decided, oh, no, actually, we're going to keep this show going forever, in perpetuity, because we want to keep making money from it. What else can we come up with Walter White doing? So it's unfortunate that Assassin's Creed kind of lost its focus there and decided to go way elsewhere and keep going forever, where we could have had a really cool, interesting, weird trilogy. Thankfully, that doesn't happen with everything. To the cynical mind, there are plenty of things out there that wrap up nicely, but it was just worth pointing out. It's pretty interesting stuff. Next up, earlier in the week, it was announced that we're getting more Star Wars. So, as we know, the license thing with EA is seemingly wrapping up. We know Ubisoft is working on a Star Wars game. We know Quantic Dream is working on a Star Wars game, but that doesn't mean EA is going to stop because they announced in a blog post that Respawn specifically are making more Star Wars games, which is cool because for me as a Star Wars fan, I think they proved themselves very well with Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, so we know that they're making another one, a sequel to that. We've talked about that already, but we also now know that they are working on a strategy game, like in cooperation with another smaller studio that was just founded that has some XCOM people behind it, which is potentially sick. Also a first-person shooter. That's all we really know. I think there's a lot of potential with a first-person shooter, considering Respawn makes Titanfall and Apex Legends. They know how to create, at the very least, good shooting and character movement systems, so maybe it's like a crazy bounty hunter game. I don't know, but there's more Star Wars to look forward to, and at the very least for me, I'm hoping we get to a point now, and I talked about this in a video on my channel, but I'm hoping that we get to a point where there's just a bunch of weird Star Wars games coming out all the time from different studios, different co-publishers, like how it used to be, when we get crazy games like Masters of Terras Kazi and Jedi Power Battles and Super Bombad Racing. Bring back Kyle Katarn, bring back Kyle Katarn, and Dash Rendar, and that's a horrible song. But speaking of that, the crazier, at least for me, more exciting news is we got more leaked footage of Star Wars 1313, the game that never was, the Star Wars game that was like just pre-big Disney acquisition that was canceled, and then it turns out it wasn't just like this Uncharted Star Wars game, it was actually like a young Boba Fett game. This leaked gameplay is admittedly rough, it's clearly very prototype, but it is a young Boba Fett who has got a weird uniform. He's a little jacked up. He's a little awkward, but he's going through seemingly Coruscant, walking through crowds, then chasing down a suspect in a big cinematic run and jump type of thing. It matches up with the gameplay we've already seen in this game, but it seems cooler. It seems more Boba Fett. And just to see some of that stuff like Coruscant and some of those sound effects just made me happy, but also made me incredibly sad that we're not getting this. God. Damn it. Boba Fett. There is still potential for bounty hunter things. Bounty hunters in Star Wars are super in right now. So there's also always rumors about a Mandalorian game. So we're just going to have to wait and see what we get. But let me know what you guys think of the canceled 1313 stuff. Because it's just pain. All I feel is pain. Hey, next up, this episode is brought to you by Vessi. Now, this is our longtime sponsor. We've been working with them for a long time. If you don't know what they are, these are the dependable daily driver sneakers that we wear here all the time. Now, I like my fancy over-the-top sneakers as much as the next person, but sometimes you just need good quality, dependable shoes that look cool but are also extremely comfortable. But with Vessi's in particular, my favorite feature is the fact that they are 100% waterproof for any season. And it's the winter right now, and it actually was just snowing a little while ago, and it's gonna snow again. But thankfully, they survive in the snow just fine. And with Dymatex, this dual climate knit material, it keeps you cool in the summer and warm in the winter, and it doesn't feel like you're wearing this heavy-duty constrictive thing. It doesn't feel waterproof. They come in a variety of different colors and styles. Right now, I'm wearing the newer Everyday Move. They're stretchy, they go right on, they're easy, good to go. So if you want to check them out, just click the link in the description below and use our code gameranx to get $25 off your pair of Vessi shoes. Go check them out, helps the show, appreciate it, and thanks to Vessi for sponsoring our videos. Next up in other news, a hardware device that we're very excited about. The Steam Deck is officially now, Valve announced, launching February 25th. So the way it's going to go down, according to this, just so you know, Steam is essentially going to send you an email or a notification if you were one of the people who clicked the reserve pre-order type of thing. Now you're going to actually have the ability to go forward on it and actually order it and reserve it, which, like, what was that whole thing? It's a confusing process, but hey. According to them, the first units will be on their way to customers starting February 28th, and we plan to release new order email batches on a weekly cadence. In addition, we're sending out press units for full review shortly. And it seems like, according to this, the review coverage will drop on February 25th. So nice to see the transparency yet. We're going to try to review one. Don't know what's going on yet. Keep your eyes peeled, but if you were one of the people who went and pre-ordered one, just know that you're going to have to do some additional steps. Or don't do the steps and miss out on the window, so then my pre-order date bumps up to closer to release. Thank you. Oh, and also a follow-up to the whole Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard thing. According to a report and court documents and stuff like that, with the whole exclusivity thing, Call of Duty, the next 3 Call of Duty games will, at the very least, definitely be on PlayStation. This is because of agreements that are already in place and are going to be honored. That's not surprising, but it's also just interesting to see that laid out because it goes back to what I said when this news happened, where it's like, we don't really know what all this is going to mean or what it's even going to feel like, because these things take a long time to not only transact or go through, but then roll out because of existing agreements. You know, it's a bajillion-dollar company buying a company for bajillions of dollars. So at the very least, if you were worried or something like that of Call of Duty leaving PlayStation, it seems like you can rest easy for a while. Oh, and next up, something that I actually didn't really think was going to happen, but gameranx, like we've talked about it, we've made a couple videos on it, but we're getting another Crysis game. Crysis 4 has officially been announced by Crytek, and it is apparently very early in the works. They're staffing up. It's one of those things where it's like a hybrid game announcement, also job posting. But yeah, a new Crysis game. I can't even imagine what that's going to be like. As of right now, the working title is Crysis 4. But in a way, I guess it makes sense that this is coming. They've spent so much time like re-releasing and redoing the other games like so much, so it makes sense a Crysis 4 is coming, but I'm just curious to see what it can bring to the table now in 2022. The gaming landscape since Crysis 3 has changed quite a bit, and I think it's going to need more than just cool, okay first-person shooter with great graphics. No slight against those games. Like, I like them a lot, but, you know, let's see where this goes. It's probably going to be a while before we actually get any details, but there's always new things to play on the horizon at some point. Speaking of which, None of you guys told me they were making another Sniper Elite. They announced it like at the end of last year. I'm sorry, I'm bad at my job. We didn't talk about it. But they released like a new cinematic trailer this week. And it's a really cool cinematic trailer. And it kind of sets up this whole like Sniper versus thing. And I just wanted to talk about it for a second. I love the Sniper Elite games. 4 was really cool with the open world stuff. And I'm into this one too. Hell yeah, I'm glad we're getting another one. The studio, I think, makes pretty good games. They're still pretty underrated. So yeah, here you go. I'll link the trailer and the initial trailer in the description down below. Also, since it is the weekend, it is Friday. If you're watching this, Pokemon Arceus has released. We're playing it. We're working on a before you buy. So yeah, it's actually, it's better than the graphics suggest. I will say that. I'm still dumping a ton of time into it, but keep your eyes peeled for a before you buy. We've also linked the launch trailer for it down in the description below if you want to check out, if you don't really know what's going on. So there you have it. If you're jumping in this weekend, definitely let us know what you think, because it's definitely an interesting and very different new game. That being said, we're going to go because New York and the part of New York we're at is about to get walloped by a snowstorm. So if any of you are on the East Coast, up or down, stay safe. Thank you for watching, all of you. Thank you for being here. Let me know what you think about everything going on, man. From Star Wars games, what's your favorite Star Wars game? What's your dream new Star Wars game? How much does the 1313 leaks hurt you? I like when leaks like this happen just because like I love seeing what could have been. I think there are so many other games out there that we just have never seen or really know about that will never come to fruition that I would love to see leak out like this. So let us know anything you want about any of these stories, from Pokemon to that, to the Xbox, Call of Duty, Activision exclusivity thing with PlayStation or whatever. Let's talk. If you had fun though, catching up with the news, you know, we love doing this here. All you got to do is click the like button. It very much helps us out. So thank you. But I'm Jake Baldino. Thank you guys for being here. We'll be down in the comments as much as possible. Things get crazy though, so if you want to hit me up directly, hit me up on Twitter and Instagram at Jake Baldino and my other YouTube channel. But have a great weekend. We'll see you guys. Pizza's on me.